I'm going to show you how to take some of those wonderful vanilla beans. Now I was just loading some more in. And do something more with them. So I pulled out a bean. And I'm going to scrape all the yummy goodness off of it because I'm going to use the inside of the bean to make my vanilla paste. And we're going to store that in this little jar here. So, I almost did this without you guys. Aren't you glad I waited? Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad? Okay, so you're going to take all these wonderful beans. And we're going to set them aside for that. Because they're so beautiful in custards and desserts and things. Even keto desserts are better with vanilla bean. Which is what I'm trying to get back to because it makes me feel better. My health is better. Now, to make the salt, because that's what I'm making. I am making, just so you know, I am making a vanilla salt today because we had a few people who were interested in learning how to do it. Now, why would you make a vanilla salt? Well, vanilla salts are great for things like baking. So anytime you're adding just a little bit of salt, you're going to add that little bit of yummy vanilla flavor. And it actually works for a lot of savory dishes too. So just a little bit on different kind of meat dishes. As a finishing sprinkle, it's absolutely amazing and a wonderful flavor you're going to want to add to your culinary kitchen. So I'm going to set this aside because this is for some vanilla paste. Now I basically just add the vanilla beans to agave, blue agave syrup. I mean, it's super, super easy. Vanilla paste is not a big deal. It's not as concentrated as your extract is, but it's still delish. All right, so that's how I do it. Some people use the whole bean and macerate it and put it in, and you can do that too, but that's not what I do. So, okay, I am going to make two different kinds of vanilla salt. So I'm going to make one with Himalayan and one with white. So we have two different colors. I thought it might be fun. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me just clean this up and give it a little wipe down. A little unsightly. And we're going to open up this biggie bag of salt I just got for this. Oops. And this is sea salt. Now I'm just going to put a little bit in there, about a cup. I will probably use a whole pound. So this is not a lot. And I am also going to use my scissors to start cutting it up. Now I'm using the grinding contraption for my salt. So yeah, this is not my big Vitamix. This is my little bread grinder with the flat blade. So that's what we're going to use. So I'm just going to stick it on the Vitamix and give it a little burr, and then I'll bring you right back and show you what it looks like. Because that's noisy. Okay guys, I'm going to have to show you how this works because it's being a pain in the butt. It's starting to get kind of brown, but there's lots of really big pieces in there. So what I have to do, and I'm just going to let you listen, is I've got it on low, and I'm just shaking it and then turning it on. Because what it's doing is it's doing that. So give it a little shake. Do it again. Or maybe use your Ninja instead. Alright, so that gives you an idea. So I'm going to dump this into a bigger container because this is really, really concentrated. Even though it's just that little bit of vanilla, it packs a powerful, powerful punch. So I'm going to go ahead, because this is how I like mine, and add a whole lot more salt. Give it a good mix. Now, one lucky subscriber is going to get a sample in the mail because this is something I can mail. So if you'd like to be considered, I will be drawing from those who comment on this video. So if you want to try it in your baking, I know how expensive vanilla beans are right now. They are stupid expensive. And were you to sell the salt, it probably would cost like $5 for a little tiny jar. So I'm going to put some in a little envelope. I'll give you a tablespoon or so. That'll give you enough to make like 6 batches of chocolate chip cookies or whatever. So you know if you want to make it for yourself, think it's worth the effort and the expense. I think it is. I totally think it is. I think it's absolutely fan-freaking-tastic stuff. But see, I still got some bigger pieces in there. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Just mad at my Vitamix. Being dumb. But to be fair to my Vitamix, it is my very, very old 20-year-old Vitamix. So that got demoted to my, or promoted to my Soapy kitchen. And I'm just going to add the very last of this. I did use 2 pounds, actually, in the end, of salt for just a quarter of a bean, a quarter of a vanilla bean. So, you know, a little goes a long way. And it smells absolutely heavenly. So I'm going to pack this into a jar, and it'll probably last me a couple of years or more. It's a super fun way to bake, to create in your kitchen. I can use this in my Soapy kitchen too. I can add a little bit of this. Maybe I'll set half of it aside for Soapy kitchen creations. Yeah, actually I will do that. There's some fun, like, oh golly, I've got a buttermilk bath coming up. I've got goat's milk, creamy stuff. Oh, yeah. Goat's milk salts. Yeah, this will go good in those too. But I've got to set at least a little bit aside from my culinary kitchen because I'm out, guys. I'm out. All right. So if you enjoyed this little quickie creation, please come back to my culinary kitchen, my Soapy kitchen. All of these things have crossovers. So if you're wondering, you know, where is she going? I'm still a soap maker. I'm still a beauty creator. I just am very inspired by food. It makes us beautiful on the inside, and I am looking for ways to make it beautiful on the outside as well. There is so much there that is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic for our skin as well as the rest of our body. So when you see culinary crossovers, you know what it's all about. Yes, you can eat it. It is an edible creation, but you can also use it in body products. It's not specifically for one or the other. All right, so if you want this to be stronger, certainly let it age for a couple of months, or at least a few weeks. This is actually a hydrated bean, so it will impart its flavor a little more quickly than a completely dry bean, unless you grind it even more. Now, you do not have to make it just like mine. This is how I like mine. You can use less salt. You can use more salt. Do it to taste, guys. But give it some time to mellow and age. I'm just going to show you another one. So this is the bust one. So I'm also going to do the same thing all over again with a Himalayan pink salt. So let me just get cleaned up, and I'm going to make another batch of salt. Alrighty. So this is what I'm using. Let's see. We'll see how it goes, guys. Oh, my melter is in the way. My my melter stirrer magic thing. I just can't wait to show you guys that. If you haven't seen how this little gadget works here, this little sweetheart is my practical magic. My practical magic tool. It's awesome. Okay. Maybe I'm going to use the pink salt today. Maybe I'll just cut the bag open. Let's try that again. Oh, I already put the scissors in the sink to wash them. Let's grab another pair. This zippy's just not working for me. Alright, so we are going to pour less, I think, this time so it doesn't go up so high. And I don't have to shake it so much. Yeah. And then again, we're going to cut this up. The salt has almost a sulfur smell to it. I'm not sure it'll work, but we're going to try it out anyway. That's why I started with the white. I wasn't sure if the pink was going to work. It's got a very mineral smell to it already. Well, we'll see. So we're going to grind. So cover your ears, girls and boys. There's my lid. That's my lid. The salt's actually working better in the grinder. I don't have to shake it, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it grind. I'm going to add a wee bit more of my salt, just to let it grind a little more. Let's see how that goes. Probably gonna puff. Yeah, puffed. Oh, it smells amazing. So this is almost powdered, and that's why I only do a little bit usually. I don't know why the other one was so different, but it was, and that's okay. This. Now we're just going to scrapey. I think I like the prep work like this almost as much as creating things with it. So I'm going to put that in there. I am done with that. And I still ended up with a few bigger pieces. Maybe I'm not quite done. I'll put that in. Do just a little bit more with that one. Did I get it? Did I get it? Good enough. Good enough. It's big enough to pick up, so you know what, I'm going to chop it up a little bit more because no, that's not good enough for me. Now this is a experiment, guys. The white salt, that's how I usually make it. This pink salt is brand new, so I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I thought salt was salt, but obviously it's not. I am, however, going to make it exactly the same amount. So 1 kilogram of salt to 1/4 of a bean. And if it's not enough, well, I will mess with it. This is more pokey, so I'm going to do the more pokey thing. Okay. Now I don't want to grind this anymore because I don't want a powdered salt. If you want a powdered salt, well, you can do that in your Vitamix. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the bottom. and do a thorough mix. I'm going to store this in a bag for a while so I know that I've mixed it really, really well, and then I'll put it in a really nice glass mason jar. Oh, that smells really good. Let me lift it and smell it. Oh yeah, that's still going to be awesome. It's going to have a few more minerals in it. It's funny, when you make it like this, it doesn't seem like it's very strong, but once you get it in your jar and you give it time to age, you open up that jar and it's like heaven every time. If you are a vanilla person like me, opening up that vanilla salt every time is going to be a treat. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this culinary quickie, soapy ingredient quickie, and you give it a try for yourself. See all those little bits of bean. It's like a custard. Little specks of bean all through it. And there's a big speck. Here, let's pull this one. Not as obvious because, you know, it's pink. Some of those specks are darker pink. I get a few big pieces in here though. If you don't want those in, then sift them out. One thing you might want to do is put a piece of bean right on top so that you know that it is your vanilla sugar, your vanilla salt. If you're, you know, you can't really smell it as strongly as I can. So here are the two salts. Let's give you a view of it. Hopefully it's not going to make you dizzy. And here's the other one. You will see little specks all through it. If you want more specks, include the seeds. All right. Please click like and subscribe and come on back to my Soapy kitchen, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.